guys, welcome to episode 6 of Gemma B Makes, a crafty podcast where I talk about all the things that I've been making over the past couple of weeks. I've got lots of things to share with you today, and today is my birthday. So I have lots of things to show you because my family have been spoiling me rotten this year and have bought me lots and lots of things. So I've got lots of things to show you this week. I tried to do a bit of filming before the weekend, the bank holiday weekend at the end of August. So I filmed a full episode, a full podcast, and with the plan to swap between, like do a now and then kind of thing when I had the time, now that Edward's gone back to school. But halfway through filming the podcast last time, I got a phone call, and it's literally lost everything before the phone call. So all the presents that I made, so I can't show you Heidi's dungarees because I don't have that. I might have a picture, so if I have a picture, I'll try and do a little bit of editing and insert it here. So maybe here are Heidi's dungarees. So these are the little dungarees that I made for Heidi in a baby cord that I bought from Minerva Crafts, and I'm so happy with them. I can't remember off the top of my head now what the pattern was, but it was a free pattern. I found it online. In fact, I didn't, my friend Kirsty did, but either way. And this have a little turnover. A little detail on the back there, and little pockets. And this was the first time I had to do a little tiny bit of unpicking, but it was the first time I actually made something and it went right. The only time I missed a step, I forgot to top stitch the pockets here, and I didn't have a material to do a lining, so I just used the material itself as a lining, and I just forgot to top stitch there, but not at all bothered. And the cute little buttons, it was my first time doing buttonholes. Let's have a little look, see if I can do this one-handed. Lovely. A little buttonhole. It's not the neatest, but I'm really happy with it. I was happy with all my top stitching that went all the way around. It's all lined on the inside. Oh, let's button it up. It's all lined and hand stitched round. It was really neat. Really happy with it. I hope that worked. And I also made a handbag for David's sister Sarah. So over the bank holiday weekend, it's everybody's birthday. No, it's David's sister's birthday, Sarah. It's her birthday on the Saturday. It was my dad's 60th birthday on the Sunday, and then it was Heidi's second birthday on the Monday. So there was lots. So all the holidays really have been made up of me sewing. So I sewed the dungarees for Heidi. I made a handbag for Sarah, and I tried to make my dad a wallet. But it didn't go very well, and I'm very sorry, Dad, that you didn't get your wallet. But I tried lots. It didn't work out. It nearly got there, but not quite. But I've got lots of things to show you anyway. So if I have pictures, like I said, I'll try and insert them. This is the bag that I made for Sarah for her birthday. It's by Watermelon Wishes. And it's called their camera bag, I do believe. It came in a set of 5 different bags, or 4 different bags anyway, get quite a few bags. It's got little snaps on the side here. It's got a pocket on the front there, and one on the back that's split into 2 little stretchy pockets. It's got a fixed handle that I changed. It's not due to the pattern called for like a ladder lock, but I couldn't find one that matched the D-rings that I'd bought. I could find a ladder lock that was black and plastic, but it didn't really match, so I just decided to go without. I just secured it by sewing it. I do really like this little bag. However, I'm really proud of how it came together. Each step was really simple to follow. I was really happy with how my top stitching turned out, with how the actual bag, the make of the bag went, the little pleats that I put in. It was really good. But on the picture, because it's a camera bag, and it called for a thick foam, like a 1-inch foam that lined each side and the bottom, and I really didn't need to use such a thick foam. And because of that, I changed it, because let me give it words. Originally, you can see, I don't know if you can see, but just here is where I put this. It called for it to come here, which meant that the bag was just really open, and just doesn't sit very well. And because it was so open, let me click the little things together. There we go. Yeah, and then that went like that, and it just, I don't know, it didn't sit right with me. So I changed it so it comes all the way across. And still, if I had looked at the pictures properly, I think I would have extended this flap to go all the way to the end, rather than just this little part. But I still think it's really cute. It's in a Gutermann's, it's a fat quarter set, but I'll show you the tag and things. I've still got those. But yeah, I've already gifted this to Sarah, so that's why I'm showing you it now like this. What I have been working on though, I've got a couple of finished objects. So the first one is my Mimi blouse, which I'm wearing, so I'll do it to stand up. I don't know if you can see. So this is the Mimi blouse by Tilly and the Buttons. I'm really happy with it. It does tend to gape a little bit. There's a bit of thing happening when I lift up that gapes a little bit, but I'm really happy with it. It's got little pleats across, well no, little gathering, and a gathering across the back. I don't know if you can see across the back at the top there. And little pleats in the sleeves, and some buttons with buttonholes, and a cute little collar. And I was really happy with it. I wore it a couple of times. I've just realised I'm showing you the collar. Here you go, there's also some James Sick there. Isn't that lovely? I've wore it for about an hour and it's already covered in sick. That's standard, right? But yeah, this was really good. I had a sew day with Kirsty and we started our Mimi blouses together. I can't remember what happened, but we didn't have much time this time, so I didn't get much done while I was there. But I managed to finish it back at home anyway. Kirsty did hers as well. Kirsty made one in a navy, and hers looks cute too. So we needed to do a little bit of a shoulder adjustment on Kirsty's because it came right down here. So we were trying to work out how to do that between us novices. Don't know if she worked on that, but it'll be interesting to find out how it turned out. Yeah, but I was really happy with it. My little blouse, actually something that I made that I can wear. I was impressed at that. I don't know what material it is. I think I talked about it when I bought it. It's so it's made out of I think it's just a poly. Like a polyester type. It's really drapey. It's really light. It feels really comfortable. It's quite, it feels quite silky. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's polyester. I should find out really. I'll go ask. They've still got it in the. I got this from the local fabric store, which is in Leeds City Centre, in the market, on the side of the market, called B&M Fabrics. And she's a lovely lady that runs it. There's one on the outside that does nice dressmaking and materials for clothing and for quilting, and then there's another one that's inside the market that's got more I'd say upholstery kind of things and lots of random quilting things. And I bought some pleather there that I was making my dad's wallet out of that didn't work out, so I was sad. But yeah, it's a really good fabric store, and the lady there is so nice, because I've been buying bits of jersey from her to make James and Edward clothes. She said she'd purposefully look out for things for me, so that was really, really nice. When she goes to the trade shows and things like that, that was really nice of her. But yes, I'm happy with my Mimi. So I've got another finished object this week, which is Beth's cardigan. Yay! Now, before I show you this cardigan, I want to tell you the story of the journey that this cardigan has been on, because it has been an ultimate labour of love. So many things have gone wrong with this bloody cardigan. So we've seen it being frogged, we've seen it all knit up, we've seen it being pulled out, we've seen it knit up again and pulled out again. Throughout the school holidays, I took it with us to a journey to Harewood House. We went out to Harewood House for the day. I have an annual pass for them, and I had set up a picnic for me and James while Edward was playing on the adventure playground, and I managed to finish all the separate pieces. So I finished the sleeves, I attached the shoulder pieces, and I knit the neckband that went all the way around. So you attach the shoulders and then knit round the neck and attach to the shoulders. So that's the point that I'd got to while I was out at Harewood House. And then I'd packed all the buggy up, got all the bags, picnic, James, children, all on the pushchairs. And then by the time I'd got home, I had no knitting. It had gone missing, and I was so annoyed. And this cardigan has taken me so long that I couldn't find, and it had to be in the car park, because I specifically remember packing it. I put it onto the pushchair, and then by the time I got home, it was just gone, and I was just devastated. So the next day I rang, and they had it. Thank God, somebody had found it. And I mean, who is gonna steal somebody's knitting? But so they'd handed it in, and I was so happy. So we went back the next day and picked it back up again, and I carried on making the cardigan. So I started by popping in the sleeves using the mattress stitch, Kitchener. Anyway, certain stitch that puts it all together. So I was putting in the shoulders, and I don't know how I'd done it, but at some point the front or the back, it was longer under the arm. It just didn't meet. I don't know how I'd done it, but it just didn't meet, and I just needed to unpick back up again and just start again to get the stitch count right. And when I pulled through and snipped, I don't know how I did it, but I sheared the full front. I chopped the front in half. How did I do that? So let me show you. I'm going to show you the cardigan because it is finally finished. Now, I fixed the front to the best of my ability. If this cardigan wasn't for somebody else and they hadn't bought the yarn and I said that I'd make it, I would have frogged the whole thing by now and put it all down to just learning. It's an education of how to read a pattern start to finish, and apply the pieces, put the pieces together. I'd never done a mattress stitch before. I'd never done a construction before. I'd never done a garment before. But yeah, if it wasn't mine, if it wasn't for Beth, and if she hadn't have bought it all and I'd said that I'd made it, it'd gonna be. But here it is. Here is the boyfriend cardigan by Erica Knight. Look at this big giant beast. Now it's very big. I don't know if that's because I didn't swatch or it's because I just made the giant large. I don't know if you can see. Oh, can I stand on this chair? This is probably going to be a little bit dangerous. Okay. So it's a bum cover. It's got all the colours. I popped in some thumb holes. Let me get down. Oh, this could be a bit dangerous, couldn't it? Oh, jeez. Hello. So I popped in some thumb holes. Again, another mistake I made was I popped the thumb holes on this side. So because I knit them into it, you can see where I've stitched them back up there. Because when I put the sleeves on, the thumbs were back to front. I'm like, oh no. How many things can go wrong with this cardigan? So let me think. I had to refrog the whole thing, didn't I? So I think I frogged it 3 times to get it right, to get the colours right, to get them to match so they'd be the same length everywhere, to get the arms to match the sides. But here, look, how did I do that? You can see straight across. I took the whole thing off. It might be in the wine. But yeah, lessons learnt. Don't drink and knit. But yes, it's finally finished and I'm so happy with it. And then there's so many mistakes at the same time. Who's gonna know? I don't think anybody else would know. Absolutely massive and lovely. So I will be giving that to Beth this week. I hope she likes it. On the plus side, it's gone. It's gone. I'm finished. Sorry. So that's the cardigan. All done. All dusted. I can give it to Beth over the weekend and I can cast on something new. So those are the finished objects that I've done over the holidays that I've got here to show you. Obviously I had more that have been given as gifts. But they're the finished objects that I have. I've got a few works in progress, so I'll show you them now. I've got the shawl, 3-colour cashmere shawl by Hoki Locatelli. It is currently on needle holders because I need the needles for something else at the minute, but let me show you what I've done so far. Ooh, halfway through a rose, well that's bad, isn't it? Who does that? So this is the progress that I've made so far. So I think the last time I showed this, I was halfway through this little band here. So we've got a band, 4 different colours with a little bit of, can't really class it as lace, can you? Little holes. Then some stripes, then the texture, and then the lace up here. Now I think this is the first time I've ever kind of knit a lace that's been more than a couple of rows, or more than just an eyelet, you know, yarn 2 together and yarn over, knit 2 together, sorry, and yarn over. And it's going really, really well. Apart from, I've got to here where I've stopped basically, because it's just gone wrong. And I'm not quite sure why. So, I don't know if you can see that very well. Let's have a look at from this side. Can you see? Because I'll just pop it behind this bag so you can see. But this is the lace and this is the pattern at the minute. So as you can see, it starts doing these little V's and it repeats that 3 times. However, I've got to here. Let's see. I've got to here somewhere. Where's my V there? 1 V. I've got to here and it's just turned to yeah, it's got a bit wrong and I don't know how I've got it wrong. It's just turned into mush. So I've just popped it on these stoppers for now because I can't, I think I need to take it to somebody who knows what they're doing. I'm going to take it to knit night and just say, girls, help me. What have I done? Obviously, I think it's on the rows below that there's here. This is facing the wrong way, this stitch. And I don't know if it's supposed to be. I've done something. I really hope I don't have to pull it all out. I have already pulled it all out once. I got to the second row and I had to start again. But anyway, do you know, this has been a lovely thing to knit. I've been really, really happy with it, with the pattern. I think it's absolutely brilliant. It's one of those that as it starts to just get that little bit boring, it changes to the next part, and it's so close to finishing now. So I've got, like I said, this lace part repeats 3 times and then it's a bind off. So hopefully I should work on that a little bit more. I really, really, really like this. And this is knit in the Coop knits. So it's knit in the Coop knits socks, yeah. And it's the 3 different colours. I'm sorry, I don't know what they are anymore. But I did show them in a previous episode, so you can have a little look at that. Yeah, I'm so happy with this. So that was the 3-colour cashmere shawl by Joji Locatelli. I also have more whips. I have socks. Let me talk about socks. So I've got a couple of socks cast on at the minute. Hi. So that was a delivery at the door. So I've got a little delivery from the Bloom Bakers from my sister-in-law Sarah. So let's see what we've got. I might as well open this now. Screw the socks. Let's see what's in here. This is so nice. Oh my god! Oh, there is! Big giant jobby dodgers! How cool are they? Oh, they are so nice. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, little heart ones underneath. Oh, they're awesome. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, she sent me something else. Sarah also bought us tickets to go to see Beauty and the Beast at Harlow Car Gardens in a couple of weeks. Next weekend, I think, actually. I'm really looking forward to that. It's like an outdoor theatre. So she sent me something else. That's so nice. Oh, that is so nice. It's really tasty. Bloom Bakers, thank you very much. Ooh, tasty. The woman that just delivered gave me the weirdest look. I'm literally sat here like talking to my camera. Oh well. Anyway, let's talk about some socks. So I have my socks in my little handmade bag. Oh, so Beth of the Cardigan is actually Doodlebot illustrations on Instagram, and she does these cute little illustrations, and she did a collab with the Pin Lord and had she won the little competition and had her a little illustration made into pins. I love this little guy. Rocking the bags. She's beautiful. She is the mantra of my life right now with the baby that's waking up at silly o'clock. Yeah, I love it. She's so good. So yes, Doodlebot illustrations on Instagram. Go check her out. She's absolutely brilliant. She does illustrations of family portraits and things. So if you send her your photographs, she'll illustrate your family. She's brilliant. So yes, in my little bag are my socks. So I've already showed these. This is Beach Sliders by the Yarn Lab UK. I've already got a crochet hook stuck in a sock. So one sock with no heel and another sock. I've shown these a few times, but that's just the progress that I've made so far. I'm doing really well with them. I keep stabbing myself with these. They are so sharp. They are higher sharp, 9-inch circulars. And although I like the 9-inch, I don't like the sharp. It really hurts. stabbed myself with it the other day. Really painful. So I think I will use the 9-inch circulars again, but just not this particular brand. I'll just get some normal hires. It's just it with it being so sharp. Sharp. Jammy dodgy in my teeth. That was really nice. Yeah, but they're coming along nicely. Then I think I've got, how many rows left? Not very many. Different colours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six more stripes, and then start the toe. I'm good with that. It's going well. Like I say, nice, easy peasy. I really do like the fact that I don't have to get to the end of a row before I can just throw it in a bag and go. So it is brilliant for taking out and about. Really, really good. I also cast on another sock. I've cast on the Coffee Talk socks by Tracy Miller of the Grocery Girls and the Grocery Girls podcast. I've just split for the heel, so it's a bit of a mess down here at the minute. I've started knitting them up in the Hedgehog Fibres, Where's My Bike, in the Skinny Singles, and this is so nice. It feels so soft. It's different to anything that I've knit with before, and I think that's probably because it's a single ply. It's not plied, it's just a spun, and it's so nice. It feels lovely. It's knitting up really cool. That's the stockinette side. I love this, just a random hot pink just here. And I've chosen to do the heel in this neon blue, and I'm gonna do the toe in this pink. So the toe on this sock fades in. It's got like a fade to the toe, and I'm really looking forward to how that looks in this hot pink. This is a lovely sock to work on. I went to the Bingley Festival over the weekend. So Bingley Festival falls on the very last weekend of August. Oh no, the very first weekend of September. It kind of overlapped this year, didn't it? So it's the first weekend of September. Yeah, because Saturday was the 1st of September. And I took the Coffee Talk socks there, and they were so easy to just to do on the go while stood watching the bands, having a drink, cocktails, child-free. It was amazing. I had a really good time. But this pattern is so nice. It's just a little bit of texture on the front, with like a reverse stockinette like border, and then a stockinette back. I think the blue looks really good. Yeah. So that was all the socks. In fact, that was all my knitting that I've been doing. I have been doing a little bit of spinning over the holidays. It was at the beginning of the holidays, so kind of forgot about this bit. On one of the very first weeks of the school holidays, David took a Wednesday off for me. In fact, he took the full day off, so I could go to the spinning at Armley Mills, the Spinners of Air. So I went there for the full day. I went from 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock and got like a good 4 hours of spinning done, and it was brilliant. I still didn't, I nearly finished what I had to do. I think I'll have to go back again, probably next week or the week after, to finish that full skein on the wheel. But I managed to finish the drop spindle at home. So I managed to finish all the greens. So I've tied it together with this blue yarn. Now there's lots of different, it broke in 3 different places. So there's a knot there and there's a knot down here that I'll be able to fix a little bit better when I ball up. But yeah, look at how this turned out. I was so happy with it. All done on the drop spindle. There's like loads of different colours in there. I think I got the thickness quite uniform. I mean, it does go a little bit thick and thin in places, but I wouldn't know what thickness it is. I'd probably say DK weight. But yeah, I was so happy. I really had fun doing this. It's had a, so I've soaked it and give it a not a stretch, but I've like hung it with a bit of a weight to it, so it's stretched out. I'm really looking forward to knitting this up now. I think I've decided that with this one and the other two that I have, so the yellow and the blue, I'm going to try and make some sort of needle cozy, because all my needles are just everywhere at the minute. They are organised, but not to my liking. So I'm going to try and knit something up. I've seen a couple of patterns on Pinterest. But yeah, I think it's probably going to be an after Christmas kind of project, because although I really want to get it up and see how it knits, Christmas knitting and making has just taken over now. I'm trying to organise all the things that I need to do. I've got lots of people to make for. But yeah, I was really happy with that. So that's all the spinning that I've been doing. I loved the day out that I went and had all the intelligent conversation with all the ladies. I wish I could do that every week. It was so nice. I've said it before, but I really do feel like I found my people with them, and I look forward to Wednesdays. Shall I show you everything I got for my birthday? Oh, I'm so excited about everything I got. So a couple of months ago now, my mum and dad went down to London. And they do that every now and again. I think they just look at the train times and train prices, and I was like, oh yeah, it's only so-and-so. We'll go down for the day. And they just go for a wander. And I really do think that this time they went just for me. Thank you, Mummy and Daddy. So they went to Loop. So I got some really nice presents. So they got me, so these are, oh look at this. So this is a Blue Moon Fibre Arts. Socks that rock, 100% superwash merino in the farmhouse. But how lovely are these colours? So you can tell, my dad can totally tell that he's chosen this. But yeah, how nice is that? It feels super squishy, super soft. I have no idea what I'm going to make with it. It's probably going to be socks, but I think this is absolutely lovely. The fact that my mum and dad went down to Loop without me. No, I'm kidding. And I also got, how do you say this, do you reckon? Sheppel? Sheppel. I'm going to go with a sheppel. And a Zauber ball. It's crazy. It's a crazy ball. And let's have a little look. This is the colourway name, but this is what it looks like when it's all knit up. So it's quite a long repeat, really. And this one's got to be socks, hasn't it? But I think that's it. You can kind of see the pink that comes through there. Some blue in there. Yeah. Super excited. I thought they were absolutely lovely, and they came with like a little ruler with the needle gauge and some stitch markers. And then to top it all off, it didn't come from Loop, but they also got me a Swift. Haha! I'm so excited about that. Because like I said, I borrowed the ball winder from one of the girls at Knit Night. But what I really need is just this, because then I can do it myself. I don't mind holding the ball and hand winding the balls if it comes away on the Swift just as easy. So I was really happy with that. So thank you, Mummy and Daddy. I know I am very, very spoiled. What else did I get? I got lots of things. Okay, now I want to show you, I also got from David, well, from me, thank you. I bought things and went, thanks Dave. Tickets to Yarndale. So Yarndale is a big yarn and wool festival that takes place in Skipton, which is just is about an hour away from me, maybe 40 minutes, not very far really. and that takes place at the end of September. So I got tickets to the festival, and I also bought a couple of knitting lessons. Well, is it lessons? The workshops that take place. So I've done brioche like a pro. So I'm gonna try and learn how to do a bit of brioche knitting. I'm really, really excited about that. I have already bought all the yarn. Oh, I didn't tell you about the squish day. I did. Okay, so I filmed. I wonder if I can do a little bit of a cutting and paste. Okay, so here is me a couple of weeks ago talking about the yarn that I bought from Northshire Yarns. So let's see if I can do that. So when I finish this shawl, I really want to make a really luxurious, beautiful shawl for me. And my favourite yarn I've ever worked with so far has been Northshire Yarns. So she has done a little pop-up shawl recently, and I'm going to show you this. It's just absolutely stunning. So she is, can you see? Oh, sunshine, please. What am I going to do now? Look at this. Am I here? There we are. So this is Northshire. She's local to me. She's in Harrogate, so it's just up the road. Well, she's in North Yorkshire. And this is her baby alpaca, silk and cashmere. And it is absolutely beautiful. So, oh, James has just been sick. One sec. Don't touch the bowl. At the beginning of the school holidays, the very first Tuesday, my car died. And it didn't just have a little die. Oh, when is it going to get fixed? No, it didn't, did it, James? It died. The front axle sheared, the wheels turned in on itself, it did a and took its last breath. Yes, it did. So basically, the scrap man has got the car. Which has made for a very eventful and interesting school holidays. I have had a car to use. There's David's got a car and my parents have one. That's always available if I need it, and they're not far away. But because the car died, the scrap man gave me £90. So, and Annika of Northshire Yarns was doing a pop-up store in Yarn Etc. in Harrogate, which is a brilliant yarn shop. It's just that little bit too far out of my way that I can't pop in all the time. It's about 40 minutes away, really. Oh, sunshine, there's no need. But yeah, she did a pop-up stall where you could go and squish all the loveliness, and this just screamed to me. So we've got the grey. So let me see. Oh, are you not happy about it anymore? No? No? That's funny. So we've got this beautiful here, which is heather, and this grey one here, which is November mornings, and then this, which is my ultimate favourite, which is Wise Hearts, and that is the grey with those pink and green and just beautiful little colours just all the way flecked through it. So this is all going to be a luxury shawl for me. I would really wanted to try to learn. Oh, are you not happy? No? I wanted to learn. You okay? I wanted to learn how to do brioche, and I really thought that I could do a nice luxurious shawl. I thought maybe the Boho Blush by Andrew Mowry, or no, are you coming to sit with me? Or the Stitch Mischief. She's just started a podcast that I'm really enjoying, and she's doing I think it's called Baubles, again by our Andrea Mowry. They seem to be kind of brioche, beginner friendly, so maybe. Anyway, I'll obviously do a little bit of practice to start with. But this is going to be my next shawl after I finished the 3-colour cashmere one. So this I'm going to show you this. This was my first ever shawl that I made. So it is again in the North Shire yarns. It's the same base. It's the alpaca silk. So I'll say it's 70% baby alpaca, 20% silk, and 10% cashmere. And this was the Hypnotic Lagoon colour. And I just got one skein, and I literally looked on Ravelry, one skein shawl projects, and this I think was called the Rainer, and it was the first one I ever did, and I absolutely love the feel of this. It feels absolutely beautiful, doesn't it? Num 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 num. It feels lovely. However, there's always a however, isn't there? There's always a however. My knitting on here is so bad. There are so many mistakes. It looks horrendous round at the bottom. It literally goes in where I've not made the stitches in the right order, and I'm just disappointed with it. And when I wear it, I never blocked it because it was at the time I knit it. It was very, very beginner knitting, and I didn't realise that you had to really. I think maybe if I blocked it, it would come out a little bit bigger, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to pull it out. Although I made it, I never wear it because it's not the way you wear it. It's just not quite big enough. Now I bought 2 skeins of this, but only made a 1 skein shawl. Because I just was too excited. I was like, oh, I'll make 1 skein with this one and I'll make another one. But it just doesn't, it's not quite big enough. It don't fit right, the little, you know, it just don't fit properly. It feels amazing. Yep. But it just doesn't fit. And I was never happy with it, and I'm never going to wear it. So I'm also going to pull all this out, make something else with it. But yeah, super duper luxury. So really, really sad about not having the car, but I got yarn. And I also got more in the same little pop-up stall. She had this, which I thought was lovely, and it was on sale. And again, it's the cashmere, so it's 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. And this is Amarina Sunday, and I got 3. Yep. And I thought I really want to make so it's a fingering weight 4-ply sock yarn with the cashmere. I've got 3 skeins of it, and I really wanted to make a sweater. Now I'm not going to be able to make a sweater for me with 3 skeins of yarn. I'm quite a big girl. However, my little tiny petite mum, oh, I don't know, maybe, I've got sisters, I've got Christmas coming up. I could do a really huge, massive, I don't know if I could do the Andrew Mowry boho blush in this. I think that's a 3 skein shawl with the cashmere, and find something, because my first intent when I went to go see Annika was to get a really nice, I wanted Amy from the Little Tailoress or Dandelion and Dogwood's podcast. I wanted her boho blush, and it's a really pale pinky creamy colour, like I can't think of, yeah, it's a creamy, very pale pink, and I had that in mind, and I wanted to go see if Annika had anything like that. Obviously when I turned up and this, I was like, they all go together so beautifully. At the same time, I wanted the boho blush to be one colour really, so I think, you know, maybe this variegated would do that. But then what do I do with this one? I I need ideas. There are too many ideas. There's too many things. So yes, that was my huge, giant splurge of a haul. So that was all the yarn that I wanted to make into a brioche pattern. So I've bought the workshop of Brioche Like a Pro for the Saturday and the Sunday. So I'm really, really excited about that. And I also got lots of, I say lots, I got some money given towards all my purchases that are going to take place at Yarndale. So I was really excited about that. But I've got to say, my favourite present this year was from my mother-in-law, Bev. I want to show you this. So this is the calendar. The nudie knits. How funny is this? What does it say? Bernard has lost his wood. I love it. Look at these little nudies. So it's full. Oh, this one. How funny is that? I love them. And it's just a full calendar of them. Let's see if I can show you all the ones at the back. Yeah, I think they're absolutely hilarious. But the best part is because what did she put? So these came with this little note that says, what's it say? As this was less calendar girls and more nudie than knits, I broke out the knitting needles for some cover-ups, and for each month she's made a little stick-on cover-up so they're not so nudie. I absolutely love it. I think it's so good. And the fact that she broke out knitting needles and started knitting is just... Oh, but these had me in stitches this morning. Let's have a little look. I want to just show you my favourite one. Oh, they're so funny. Okay, I love this one because everybody held their wood in position. Look at the name of the pub. It's called the Ram Inn. Oh, it just killed me all morning. I think it's absolutely hilarious. I'll tell you what I love the most is that someone's taken the time to knit all these little dudes and provocatively place them. I just think it's yeah, probably made my morning. So anyway, so that was my fave. Little cover-ups, bless her. Oh, yeah, that was my favourite gift. I think it was absolutely brilliant. And that's all I've got to show you guys. I'm sure there's lots and lots more. In fact, I know there's lots more. But I worked a little bit on the cardigan for Edward, the little crochet cardigan. A lot of the time, I don't know if I've mentioned this actually. We are doing a yarn bombing. So the girls at my knit night, let me get some information about this actually, one sec. So part of my knit night, this year we are going to be taking part in the Love Arts Festival 2018, and that takes place at the end of October, and we are going to be yarn bombing 3 like monuments in Leeds. So we've got permission, so I want to show you what we've got. So I don't know if you'll be able to see this actually. Let me just... So we've got this horse that's in the brewery, behind the brewery where we actually have our knit night is held on a Wednesday if anybody wants to come and join us. And this is the man with a barrel. I don't know if that's his actual name. It is a standard meeting point if you're going out in town where you're going to meet, man with a barrel. And this is the City Museum, and it's all the railings outside. This is all the things that we've knit so far. The Love Arts Festival is a celebration of creativity and mental well-being across Leeds. So we're all taking part. We've all been knitting or crocheting or making A4 sized pieces, and each one has a daisy that symbolises mental well-being. This is, I don't know if we can see here, this is what our group did last year. They did the badge for there was a big waterways festival, and let's have a little look. And they did an ice cream van, and like I say, the other points what they're doing this year. So it's got, yeah, a number of different sites across October, a number of different sites, across the city in October. I feel a little bit bad that I haven't done more. So I do need, I think from now until the end of, well, till the yarn bombing is on in October, I'm just going to be doing little A4 sized rectangles to fit in. So if anybody is in the area that might want to join us, or something for scrapbusting or anything like that, it's the big Love Arts Festival that's in Leeds. We're going to be doing a yarn bombing event. I'll get some more details close to the time, because I don't actually know the date. I just know it's in October. I wonder if there is a date on here actually. Let's have a little look. No, it just says 2018 October. But if anybody would like to join, or just knit or crochet or anything like that, they could send them along to us. I could come and pick them up. All help would be extremely appreciated. There's simply because I haven't done as much as I should have done, really. So these are some of the ones that we've been doing. I don't know if you can see there, but each one has a little daisy on it. There's some really lovely ones that we've been making, and some just a little bit scrappy, but it all goes towards. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of weeks. I am also going to be taking part, I'm doing a test knit for Tabby of the Hey Sister Yarn Co. So Hey Sister Yarn Co are Tabitha and Rachel, and they have the Hey Sister podcast, and I absolutely love their podcast. It is the one thing that has inspired me to do pretty things. I know that sounds silly, but everything that they knit seems to be just beautiful. Everything turns out stunning. They've done their version of the Tecumseh, Caitlin Hunter's, the Boiler Knitworks. So they're both knitting jumpers at the minute that are just absolutely beautiful, and they've done a load of kits to knit your own Tecumseh or to knit your own Zweig by Caitlin Hunter, Boiler Knitworks, and I've ordered a Zweig kit. I'm so excited for it to come. I think it's been shipped. Well, it has been shipped because I got an email on Monday to say it's been shipped, but obviously it's coming from America, so it's going to take a while. But every time the postman comes today, in fact, when those Jammy Dodgers was coming today, I was like, oh, excited. Oh, the Jammy Dodgers was so good though. Yeah, they're still here. Oh, why did I put that in the mouth? Anyway, so I'm at the minute, I am doing a test knit for Tabby. So she has designed a new hat, and it's it's got big cables, bobbles. If you go to her podcast, she's got a sample of it there, you can see it. I'm doing a test knit of it at the minute. I just received it, so I haven't actually knit anything yet. I bought the yarn yesterday. Well, I already had the yarn. But it's a Sublime baby cashmere merino and silk. It's DK weight, so we've got extra fine merino 75%, 20% silk and 5% cashmere. It feels beautiful, but I think it will give the best stitch definition with those cables, and the test knit is actually only run for 2 weeks, so it should be so that's all I'm going to be working on at the minute. So I'll hopefully do the hat for Tabby, and I will be doing the yarn bombing over the next week. I'm not planning on doing much sewing. I've got the culottes already cut out, ready to go. Sorry, I've got a hair. Like I said, I've got the culottes already cut out and ready to go. I'm on two minds whether I want to actually make them now that the sun's kind of calming down. I might colour block them a little bit, because I don't know if you recall, I actually cut the wrong size and they're like 3/4 length. But I might colour block and add the full length, and then I can actually wear them through the winter. I just botch everything, don't I? Anyway, that is me for this week. So thank you for joining me if you've made it to the end of my extra long birthday special with all my birthday loveliness, all the finished objects. Give us a little thumbs up, like, subscribe if you fancy, and we'll see you again next time, hopefully a lot sooner than 6 weeks for the holidays. But nice to see you all again. Thanks very much, guys. See you later. Bye. I think I'd wear it around my neck. I won't want a jumper in it. Beautiful. All the time.